Matters. The English instructors and students have come together and worked very hard on this play. We hope you enjoy the play. Now I'm going to turn it over to Miss Mary Ann Simmons.
We're so happy to have you here today. My English 115 students have worked really hard on a play called Character Matters. And it's all about character and how to have good character and how to be a good friend. So sit back and relax and enjoy. And I do want to thank Huffman Farms in Richlands. They provided all of the plants that you see, and we're really thankful for that. So if you would give my students a round of applause, and this is Character Matters.
Each month, the council gathers to give advice to fairy tale characters.
That's right. Everyone finds themselves wondering how to act or what to do in certain situations.
Even those of us in folk stories.
Take me, for example. Why am I always the handsome prince? Why can't I be the witty prince? Or even the talented prince? Or even the artist formerly known as Prince? It's frustrating.
I'm sorry you feel that way, but you really are quite handsome.
Yes, that's true.
And now it's time for the meeting. But first, donuts. Donuts? Donuts?
I don't think there are any donuts.
What? I'm sure somebody was supposed to bring them. Well, who's first on the list?
First up today is Little Red Riding Hood.
My friends and I caught Mr. Wolf trying to eat my grandmother.
Wolf, is that true?
I can't help it, it's my job.
How could you do this?
Well, I was thinking I'd start with her toes.
You know what we mean. I've been shown to eat people.
Especially beloved grandmothers.
Eating people is wrong? Why?
Haven't you ever heard the golden rule?
Is that like the infield fly rule?
No.
Stop, 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 Mr. Wolfie. Think before you act. Stop, 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 Mr. Wolfie. Don't make Grandma your staff. Think, 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 Mr. Wolfie. Walk in Grandma's shoes. How would you like it if Grandma swallowed you? The golden How would you like it if Grandma swallowed you? The golden rule. Oh, so very useful to how good you do the golden rule. The golden rule. As you get paid at school. Two brothers like one, then two.
So, Prince, who's next on the list?
Ooh, take us, take us.
And who are you?
We're princesses.
No, I'm sorry, it's not your turn.
Please. Sorry, please be patient. Everyone will get a turn. But we're princesses.
Next up are Papa Bear, Mama Bear, Baby Bear, and Goldilocks.
So how are things in the woods?
Terrible. We caught her sleeping in my bed, eating my food, and squishing my chair.
She was all cute, all tucked up in the covers.
She was drooling all on my pillow.
I'm really sorry. I was lost. It was cold, and everything of yours was just right.
We've been telling Baby Bear that she needs to learn forgiveness. You gotta forgive her, and you can't bear a grudge.
She ate on my porridge, she ate on my fudge.
You've got to forgive her and move on ahead.
I'd rather stay angry and sit on her head.
I'm so sorry. I made a mistake. Can you forgive me? Please give me a break. I'm so sorry. I made a mistake. Can you forgive me? Please give me a break.
You gotta forgive her, forget about lunch.
But look in the parlor, my chair is all crunch.
You've got to forgive her and stop seeing red.
I'd rather stay angry and eat her instead.
I'm so sorry. I made a mistake. Can you forgive me? Please give me a break. I'm so sorry. I made a mistake. Can you forgive me? Please give me a break.
I know she is sorry, she's filled with regret. I gotta forgive her, forgive and forget. We learned a good lesson, forgiveness rocks.
You gotta forgive her and change all the locks.
We've got to forgive her. Forgive Goldilocks.
I'm so sorry.
I'm telling you, you're taking this house splitting thing way too seriously.
Yeah, man, mellow out.
Am I the only responsible pig around here? Look at this wolf! Don't you think he wants to eat us? Don't you think we need a nice, strong house made out of bricks to keep him out?
Excuse me, sorry to interrupt, but aren't you the same wolf who was trying to eat Little Red's grandmother?
Well, yes, what's your point?
Her point is we thought you learned a lesson about this sort of thing. The golden rule?
Oh, I did, really. I'm just filling in for the wolf in this story. He's got a cough and isn't able to huff and puff today.
Wait, you're a sub?
Sure, you know, helping out a friend in need. I thought you'd be proud.
Does that mean you're not going to eat us?
Oh, no, I'm still going to give it my best. Try hard, persevere. Sort of a role model, don't you think?
Relax.
Not bricks, still way too heavy, dude. You sure, we'll finish fast and grab some food. Yeah, we'll grab some food.
Not bricks. That's way too much work, dude. You sticks. We'll finish fast and hit the pool. Yeah, we'll hit the pool.
Oh, I got to do what I think's right. Straw and sticks are just too light. Only bricks are strong enough to withstand wolf huff and puff. So call me names, but I won't bite. I've got to do what I think's right.
Not bricks. They're way too strong and tough. Not bricks. I guess I'll leave now in a huff.
Oh, I've got to do what I think's right. Straw and sticks are just too light. Only bricks are strong enough to withstand wolf huff and puff. So call me names, but I won't bite. I've got to do what I think's right.
Hi, my name is Cinderella, and these are my friends, the mice. I'm hoping you can help me with my anger.
She's very unhappy with her stepmother and stepsisters.
They don't treat her very well.
They don't treat us very well either.
They treat us like rats.
While I'm sitting in the ashes, they sit and do their lashes. While I'm cleaning the table, they're watching stuff on cable. The storybooks all say that I'm sweet and patient too. But I'm really, really angry. Can you tell me what to do?
Count
to 10, walk away, take a breath, and you're okay. Count to 10, walk away, take a breath, and you're okay.
They eat dinners quiet, delicious. I can only lick the dishes. While my clothes are old and boring, they're out Gucci and in Diori. The storybooks all say that I'm sweet and patient too. But I'm really, really angry. Can you tell me what to do?
Count to 10, walk away, take a breath, and you're okay. Count to 10, walk away, take a breath, and you're okay.
Well, that's excellent advice. We're now halfway through today's list. Next up is Humpty Dumpty.
Wait a minute. What about us?
Not yet, sorry.
Are you sure? Check under princesses.
Let me see. Princess and a Pea?
No.
Sleeping Princess?
No.
Cursed Princess in a Tower?
How many princesses are there? Have a seat, dear. We'll be with you very soon.
How can Humpty Dumpty be before us? He's not even a fairy tale character. He's a nursery rhyme. Don't they have some sort of nursery rhyme by Scan so he can go to? Please be patient.
We're trying. We got a really, really bad frog problem.
Don't worry, it won't be long.
Okay.
Humpty Dumpty, what's taking you so long? Oh, I'm sorry. What happened to you?
She took a fall from a wall. Of course, I remember. All the king's horses and all the king's men.
It wasn't my fault. Ask anyone.
Then what happened?
It could have been 100 things. I just know it wasn't my fault.
Sounds like someone is having trouble taking responsibility.
It wasn't me that made me crash. It was the wind. I had a rash. It wasn't me. It's not my fault. It was my lunch. Way too much salt. It was the moon. It was my socks. It was a vernal equinox. It was a quake, a 9.3. It's not my fault. It wasn't me.
Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. Humpty lied about it all, you see. It's time you took responsibility.
It wasn't me. What do you mean? It's not my fault I have bad genes. It's not my fault my poison's bad. Let's blame my mom. Let's blame my dad.
Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. Humpty lied about it all, you see. It's time you took responsibility.
It was my fault. I broke my leg. It's hard to stand when you're an egg. I guess it's me. Now I can see. Ha! I gotta laugh. The yoke's on me.
Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. Humpty finally stood tall, you see. It's time you took responsibility.
Now I take responsibility.
It's so nice to see that she's a good egg. So, who's next?
Magic mirrors, come on down.
Magic mirrors from the Snow White story?
Yes, we're in a terrible bind.
We've always told the truth, even to the evil queen.
And every day she asks us the same question. Who's the fairest of them all?
And even though she's a terrible person, she has been the fairest of them all. And we told her so.
But as of 8:42 this morning, Snow White became the fairest of them all.
And when she asked the question, we tried to stop.
She has a terrible temper.
She's starting to shatter to a million pieces if she doesn't get an answer today.
And it has to be the answer she wants to hear.
When you are a mirror, you find out really early. There are times you have to duck. When you are a mirror, you crack awfully easy. Who needs 7 years of bad luck?
But now I'm stuck and I can't seem to duck it. The queen wants an answer by 5. I want to be honest. I want to be truthful. I also would like to survive.
Be honest, though sometimes it stings. Have courage to do the right thing. Be honest, go make the right call. For honesty's really the fairest of all.
A wee bit of lying goes a long way.
But wouldn't you feel like a rat?
I'd never be able to look in the mirror.
We're glad you reflected on that.
Be honest, though sometimes it stings. Have courage to do the right thing. Be honest, go make the right call. For honesty's really the fairest of all. For honesty's really the fairest of all.
hope it all works out. Honesty usually is the best policy.
Except when someone asks you if you think they have a big nose.
Yes, that's true. You also have to consider a person's feelings.
Tell me about it. I don't think Pinocchio will ever speak to me again.
Oh, I'm sure he'll forgive you.
I also told him I thought his friendship came with too many strings attached.
You did not.
I know. I was just some puppet.
Anyways, now it's my favorite time of the meeting.
Donuts?
No. This is when we bring back previous characters to see how things are going now. Who do we have this week?
Hey, this is great. Today we've got Jack and the Giant.
We're glad to be here. I got off to a rocky start with my friend the Giant here when I climbed up that beanstalk.
Yeah, I thought he was a punk, but I've learned first impressions can be wrong.
When I first saw my buddy, I thought he was mean, so big and defiant, a man-eating giant, a nasty shade of green. But I soon saw my error when we were introduced, because then I discovered he's a pet lover, a guy that loves his goose.
Don't you go judging a book by its cover. Take time to learn about one another. Difference really feel different as a rule. Difference can be scary, but it's kind of cool. When I first saw my buddy, he made me want to growl. He's a tiny, fast talker, a puny beanstalker, and a guy who would steal your fowl. But when I got to know him, I found out I was wrong. He's a great climber, an excellent rhymer, and a guy who taught me this nice song. So don't you go judging a book by its cover. Take time to learn about one another. Difference really feel different as a rule. Difference can be scary, but it's kind of cool. Don't you go judging a book by its cover. Take time to learn about one another. Difference really feel different as a rule. Difference can be scary, but it's kind of cool.
Well, I guess that just about does it for today's meeting.
Wait a minute. What about us?
Oh, yes, of course. You said something about a frog?
You just have to help us decide what to do.
Oh, we princess were walking by the royal pond when this frog called to us. She said it was really a prince under an evil spell.
Hey, don't look at me. I was nowhere near that pond.
She also said if we kissed her, she'd turn from a frog back into a princess.
If I had $1 every time I heard that one.
But what if she is under an evil spell? We should help her. This frog says she's royal. She says she's a princess.
But we've got to tell you, we're hard to convince. She looks like a princess. She looks like a frog and she smells like one too.
So how can we help her? Oh, what should we do? Show her some kindness, such kindness is rare. Show her some kindness, show her you care. Show her some kindness, such kindness is rare. Show her some kindness, show her you care. We ought to show kindness.
It scares me to death.
We need to show kindness.
But how about her breath?
Come, let's treat her nicely like she's a princess.
Let's all go and kiss her, but first give her mints.
Show her some kindness, show her you care. Show her some kindness, such kindness
what a wonderful meeting we had today. I really hope we've all learned something.
Now, I've got to go get my hair done. I'm letting it grow. What do you think? I think that next week it's the Wolf's turn to bring the donuts.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Give them one more round of applause. They worked really hard. And I want to ask the adults who came to see it, if you would exit from the top. We're going to let our classes exit down here so that they can see the characters in the hall. So if you are an adult and you came to see someone in the play, or you work here, staff or faculty, if you would just go out at the top, and we're going to let the classes come this way, okay? And thank you so much.